Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Philly Cooking with Maurice. This is episode 18, and we are previewing the wild card round, the NFL playoffs, with the San Francisco 49ers traveling to the Philadelphia to play the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's get right into it because this is actually going to be a really tough game for the Eagles. I have them winning. More on that later. But it's really going to come down to the rushing attack of both teams. Christian McCaffrey is one of, if not the best running backs in the league this season. He's been that way for a while now. And you have to focus on him out of the backfield and receiving as well. He's really their go-to main everything on offense for the 49ers. And in order for the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game, they're going to have to really stop Christian McCaffrey. Now, for the season, the Philadelphia Eagles are fifth in the league in points allowed, 19 points per game. And so the yardage allowed per game is 314. They're going to have to play a little above that par in this playoffs. Once you get Brock Purdy going, it's going to be tough to stop him now. He's had a really good season, very underrated season for Brock Purdy. And the Philadelphia Eagles defense has really held down their offense a lot of games this season. And for this team to win in the playoffs, the offense has to be consistent, like I've mentioned many times before here. And their defense needs to step up a little bit more. Now, like getting back to Nikobe Dean, Nikobe Dean does something really well. He stops the run. He's a fill the gap, go right up the middle, and a great blitzer as well. Dejean Campbell, on the other hand, is a very versatile linebacker because he does a really good job covering. He covers the receivers. He can cover receivers. He can cover tight ends and running backs out of the backfield. I think that's going to be really useful in this game when you're playing a guy like Christian McCaffrey. Now, one quick matchup adjustment I would have for the Eagles is George Kittle is their second, main offensive threat right now. Ayuk is not playing in this game, so yeah, I would have Cooper Dejean on anytime that Christian McCaffrey goes out to the flat for a play before snap. I will have Cooper Dejean match up against him. I think that's a really good matchup, speed for speed, size for size, and Cooper Dejean is a good tackler, really good tackler for his position. I think that's a really good matchup. Now, when it comes to George Kittle, Zach Bond, or Nikobe Dean, if you're not blitzing him, will be a fair matchup for. Or you can bring up a safety too, Reed Blankenship matchup on George Kittle. Just something different for Vic Fangio to throw at Kyle Shanahan. This is going to be a really good matchup between the two of them. One is an offensive genius, one is a defensive genius. So this is going to come down to the coaches, I think. I think skill-wise, this team matches up very well against each other. I think the coaching is going to dictate who wins this game. And I think if Vic Fangio has a master class, the Philadelphia Eagles can win this game. On the other side of the ball, our offense, like I mentioned before, our offense is very inconsistent. Can we rely on Kevin Patullo to coach offensively 4 great games in a row? That's a question. Can we allow him? Can we let him really lose this playoff run for us? And Nick Sirianni is in that question as well. But from what we've seen so far, consistently Can this offense put up 4 good quarters of offensive football? It's in them to do it. They have the talent. Some things I think they can do to remedy their inconsistencies. You need to run Jalen Hurts a little bit more design runs that opens up the lanes for Saquon, that helps the offensive line get a little bit more pressure. It kind of puts the linebackers for the 49ers, it kind of puts them in a situation where they have to make a decision. And if you can just do that, I think the time it takes to make that decision per play, I think that opens up the game for the receivers. Dallas Goedert has had a great season. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, both over 1,000 yards. This is going to be a game where if they can't get Saquon Barkley going, if they can't get Jalen Hurts going, it's going to be on Jalen Hurts' arm. Now, can Jalen Hurts beat you with his arm? Absolutely. Absolutely he can. Now, what I will say is we get back Lane Johnson, hopefully with some rest that the team got, because they rested a lot of their starters last week in week 18. Can they get the push up front to really get this running game going? I believe so. A week of rest for Cam Jerkins, Lane Dickerson. Those guys needed a week off. I do foresee that Saquon will rush for over 100 yards in this game. That's one prediction I will make. I think he will go over 100 yards in this game. I think design run-wise, it doesn't even matter the yardage per se, as much as just the attempts. Like I mentioned, just get that defense thinking that Jalen Hurts can run the ball. I mean, even if it's like a bootleg, some type of RPOs, which they don't run as much as they used to, those things will really throw the defense off balance. And I think that will be very beneficial to the Philadelphia Eagles offense. Besides that, special teams just needs to show up. Don't turn the ball over. And I do have the Philadelphia Eagles winning this game. I want to say 20-21. I think this is going to be a win. Although 49ers do actually have a better record than the Eagles. They actually do have a better record than the Eagles. So, but they are traveling across country. They've had some hiccups. They've won on a winning streak. But since that Seahawks game, they've been a little topsy-turvy. So, I got the Eagles winning this game 28-21. Going to come down to rushing. This is playoff football. Last year, the Eagles were one of the best running teams in the league. This season, not so much, but I do think they can turn it on in the playoffs. And you got to stop Christian McCaffrey. Brock Purdy is a really good quarterback. But it's going to come down to stopping their run. If Christian McCaffrey goes off, it's going to be a long day for the Eagles. But with that said, I have the Eagles winning. Let's have a good playoff game. Go Birds.